Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further. Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at long division. Now, there's lots of different methods to be able to solve long division questions. I'm just going to show you one method for being able to solve long division questions because different schools or different people will use different methods. This is just the way that I know that I've used with the classes that I've taught that they've found to be useful when they're answering these types of questions. This method is called the chunking method. You may have also heard of it referred to as. So, the question that we're looking at answering today is 984 divided by 82. So let's start off by looking at our method and what it tells us we need to do. The first thing we need to be able to do is find our partial multiples, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. So we need to be able to find 1 lot, 2 lots, 5 lots, 10 lots and 20 lots. And then you can use 20 lots to be able to find 40 lots, those kinds of things as well, if you need to, or if the question sort of will benefit from you doing that. You don't always need to be able to find that many lots, okay? The second part of the method says, subtract your largest possible partial multiple from the total. So then you think to yourself, right, do I need 40 lots? Do I need more than 40 lots? Sometimes you might think as well. 40 lots I think is quite a good one to stick with. 20 lots I would do for every question, okay? Part 3 of the method says, subtract your next largest partial multiple from your answer. You may use the same partial multiple again as well, but again, this all sounds like an awful lot until you see it in action. And the final part says, add all partial multiples for the wholes, and the answer to the subtractions is your remainder. So we're going to see what that looks like, because when I read it like that again, it probably does sound like complete nonsense, because it's one of these ones where the method is incredibly long. But actually, when you see it, we break it down step by step and we follow all the steps. Actually, it can become a very helpful method. So we've got 984 divided by 82. Let's do the first part. Find your partial multiples. So when I'm setting up a long division, the way I would set it up is I would put it into a division frame like this. 984 goes on the inside, 82 goes on the outside. We've got 984, we're dividing it by 82. That's what we're going to be dividing it by. Okay, so now what I need to do is find my partial multiples of 82. I need to find different lots of 82 to see what I can subtract from my 984 when we're taking off chunks. Okay, that's why it's called the chunking method, because we subtract chunks, okay? And the chunks are found by finding lots, the number you're dividing by. So we start off by writing out 1 lot. 1 lot of 82 is going to be 82. Let's make that a little bit bigger, shall we? 2 lots of 82. To find 2 lots, all I need to do is I need to double 1 lot. So I can do that if I need to by putting it in like this, 82 times by 2 there like that. Or what I can also do is say, right, I can double 80. I know double 80 was 160. And I can double 2. I know double 2 is 4. 160 plus 4 is going to give me 164. I can check it if I want to though, because that might be helpful, particularly when I'm getting used to this method. 2 times 2 is 4. 8 times 2 is going to give me 16. So 164 will be 2 lots. All I've done, had what 1 lot was, doubled it. 5 lots I don't find yet, because it's going to be easy to find 5 lots once I've found 10 lots. So I'm going to write it in, but I'm not going to find 5 lots just yet. 10 lots I'm going to find next. To find 10 lots, all I do is 1 lot times it by 10. Now I know how to multiply by 10, I just have to move the digits. So if I've got 82, all I would do, for multiplying by 10, I move the digits one place, value place, ones, tens, hundreds. My 2 moves from my ones column into my tens column. Put a 0 there for some reason, not sure why I've done that. My 2 moves from my ones column to my tens column, let's try that again. My 8 moves from my tens column to my hundreds column, and I put my placeholder in my ones column, so that now, for 10 lots, I have 820. 1 lot times by 10, 1 lot of 82 times by 10 is going to give me 820. To find 20 lots, all I would do is I would times 2 lots by 10. See how if I times 1 lot by 10, then I get 1 times 10 is 10, 82 becomes 820. So now to find what 20 lots is, I'm going to multiply 2 lots by 10. 2 times 10 is 20, so all I would do is I would multiply 2 lots by 10. So 164, my ones, tens and hundreds. I'm multiplying by 10, so I'm going to need my thousands column. Drop it down, move it one column to the left. So now all of a sudden by 164 for 2 lots, when I multiplied it by 10 to find 20 lots, is going to be 1,640. So now I've found 1 lot, 2 lots, 10 lots and 20 lots. Now I'm going to find 5 lots. To find 5 lots, all I do is half 10 lots. I could do 82 times 5 and set it up like that into a column multiplication method. But actually, an easier way I'm going to find is say, right, I'm just going to half 10 lots. Half of 800 is going to be 400. Half of 20 is going to be 10. 400 add 10 is going to be 410. Okay? So, now I've got my partial multiples. So these are my partial multiples. 1 lot is 82, 2 lots are 164, 5 lots are 410, 10 lots are 820, and 20 lots are 1,640. I've done the first part of my method. Now let's have a look at the second part of my method. So, for the second part of my method, it says, subtract your largest possible partial multiple from the total. Do I need 40 lots? So I've got 984 as my total here. I'm going to subtract my largest possible partial multiple. Now, all I would do is I would find what the biggest number I could subtract from 984 is here. So I can't subtract 20 lots from 984 because 1,640 is bigger than 984. So instead I would have to subtract 10 lots because 820 is smaller than 984. So the first partial multiple I would subtract would be 10 lots. So I'm going to write 820 in underneath over here. And I'm going to subtract that as a column subtraction. It was 10 lots, so I'm just going to write this at the side out the way. Okay? So now I'm taking 10 lots away, I'm taking 820 away from 984. I do that as a column subtraction. 4 take away 0 is going to give me 4, 8 take away 2 is going to give me 6, 9 take away 8 is going to give me 1. Okay? So now I've got 164. Go back to my method section. I've done part 2. Part 3 says, subtract your next largest partial multiple from your answer. So, my answer is now 164. So now what I need to do is find the largest partial multiple that I can subtract from 164 to be able to keep taking these chunks off. But I can see here that 2 lots were 164. So here all I would need to do is I would need to take away 164. 164 take away 164. I mean, we can do the column subtraction just to check. 4 take away 4 is going to give me 0. 6 take away 6 is going to give me 0. 1 take away 1 is going to give me 0. There I was taking off 2 lots, so I'm going to put that in brackets around the side. So, now what I would do is I would go on to my final part of my method. 4 says, add all the partial multiples for your wholes to see for your answer, and then your answer to your subtraction is your remainder. Well, I can see here I don't have a remainder. So, when I did 984 divided by 82, my answer was 12 wholes. So I'll just write 12 there. I don't have to write 12 remainder 0, because we would never normally do that for a division anyway, would we? So 12 wholes can be my answer. Now that was a really straightforward one. Stick with the video and we'll go through a little bit more of a challenging one where we maybe have to use a little bit more of the method to be able to pick apart an answer. Right, now let's have a look at a question that looks like this, okay? So now we've got 1,853 divided by 74. Same method, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. I just think this one's going to be slightly more challenging. So the first thing says, find your partial multiples. We need to find our partial multiples of 74. A 1 lot of 74 is going to be 74, isn't it? Then I need to find 2 lots. 2 lots of 74, I need to double 70 and I need to double 4. So for this, I might say, you know what, doubling 70, I'm just going to put it into a short multiplication method because I find that one easier. 4 times 2 is 8, 7 times 2 is 140. So 70 times 2 is 140, 7 times 2 is 14, but we can write our answer as 148 there, like that. Okay, so 2 lots are 148. 1 lot is 74. The next thing I find is what 10 lots are. The way that I would do that is I would multiply 1 lot by 10. So 74 multiplied by 10. I know I'm moving the digits one place to the left. It's going to give me 740 there, like that. 20 lots, I'm going to do the same where I multiply 2 lots by 10, aren't I? So if I've got 148 here, I'm going to multiply it by 10, so I need to move all the digits one place value column to the left. And I can put my place value columns in to help me out if I need to. We drop it down, move it one place to the left. 8 drops down, moves from the 1s gone to the 10s, and then we end up 148 when multiplied by 10 is going to give me 1,480. And then to find 5 lots. So to find 5 lots, what I would do is I would halve 10 lots. Again, when I'm halving 700 to get 350, that might become a little bit challenging here. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it up into a really simple short division. I know I'm halving it, so all I'm doing is dividing it by 2, isn't it? So how many times does 2 go into 7? 2 goes into 7 3 times with a remainder of 1. I carry it. How many times does 2 go into 14? Goes in 7 times. How many times does 2 go into 0? 0 times with no remainder. So I know that 5 lots is going to be 370. Great, I found my partial multiples. Now let's have a go at this subtraction. So this division, sorry. 1,853 divided by 74. Okay, so part 2 of the method says subtract your largest possible partial multiple from the total. Do I need 40 lots? I'm probably not going to need 40 lots here, am I? If I was looking at, say, for example, 4,000, I might need 40 lots. But what I've tried to do with these calculations is I've tried to keep it so you don't need 40 lots up for these, okay? It may be in a case that, for example, if you're doing something on an arithmetic paper where it might say 4,000, you might need to go into 40 lots. That's completely fine. You can try that then, okay? So let's have a little look at this. We're subtracting the largest possible partial multiple. So the largest possible partial multiple I can go to is 20 lots. So I'm going to subtract 1,480 from my total of 1,853. 1,480, I'm going to subtract that. 3 take away 0 is going to give me 3. 5 take away 8 I can't do, so I need to exchange. 15 take away 8 is going to give me 7. 7 take away 4 is going to give me 3. 1 take away 1 is going to give me 0. And now I've got 373. Oh, actually, this has proven to be quite a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. So, there I took off 20 lots, didn't I? So now what I would do is say, right, now I need to find the largest possible partial multiple that I can subtract from the total. So actually, I can subtract 5 lots quite easily, can't I? All I would do is I would take 370 from 373. 3 take away 0 is going to give me 3. 7 take away 7 is going to give me 0. 3 take away 3 is going to give me 0. So I've subtracted 5 lots there. So if I add these two up, that's going to give me 25. My remainder is at the bottom here. So my answer will be 25, remainder 3. So my answer to 1,853 divided by 74 will be 25, remainder 3. Maybe let's have a look at one more where it's a little bit more challenging again. So you can choose whether to leave it here, or you can decide, you know what, we'll stick with it. We'll have a look at one more where it's definitely a little bit more challenging. Right, the final one of these then, 1,977 divided by 53. Okay, let's see if we can add a little bit of pace to it when we're working with this, okay? So it's not about rushing it because there's an awful lot of areas and a lot of things that we need to be able to do with this. But once we get used to this method that of all the methods I would say is the one that it just requires the most practice. Once we get used to it, we can say, actually, I can become really quick at finding the partial multiples. Once I'm able to successfully find the partial multiples, it's just column subtraction. I know how to do that. We've probably been doing that since year 3, okay? So 1,977 divided by 53. I need to find the partial multiples first. Well, one lot of 53 is going to be 53. Then I need to find 2 lots. All I need to do here is double one lot. Double 50 is 100, double 3 is 6. To find 10 lots, I'm going to move the place value one place, so I'm going to multiply it by 10. 53 become 530. 106 multiplied by 10 to find 20 lots is going to give me 1,060, because 2 lots times by 10 is going to give me 20 lots. So multiply one lot by 10 to give me 10 lots, multiply 2 lots by 10 to give me 20 lots. Need to find 5 lots, so the way I would do that is I would halve 10 lots. Again, I've got some odd digits here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 530, I'm going to divide it by 2. 2 goes into 5 twice with a remainder of 1, 2 goes into 13 6 times with a remainder of 1, 2 goes into 10 5 times. So my 5 lots is going to be 265. Now, if I go to 40 lots here, where it says, do I need to go to 40 lots? If I double this again, this is going to give me an answer that's going to be at least 2,000, isn't it? Because if I double 1,000, it's going to give me 2,000. I'm not going to be able to take that away. So straight away I'm thinking, well, no, I don't need 40 lots. It doesn't pass the eye test. And that can be a really helpful thing to do to save you time on all kinds of questions with your maths, okay? So, 1,977, we're going to divide it by 53, okay? So, what's the largest possible partial multiple that I can subtract? Well, I'm going to subtract 20 lots first, aren't I? It's going to be 1,060. 20 lots next to it. And then I'll start my subtraction. 7 take away 0 is going to be 7. 7 take away 6 is going to be 1. 9 take away 0 is 9. 1 take away 1 is 0. So now I've got 917 as my answer. Now I need to subtract my next largest partial multiple from my answer. I can't subtract 1060 again because my answer is 917. I can't take 1060 away because 1060 is bigger than 917. So I have to take away my next largest partial multiple, which is going to be 530. 10 lots is what I'm taking away. 530 is 10 lots. I'm going to take 10 lots away. 7 take away 0 is going to give me 7. 1 take away 3 I can't do, so I need to exchange. 11 take away 3 is going to give me 8. 8 take away 5 is going to give me 3. Okay, now I have the answer of 387. Now I need to go back to my method, subtract my next largest partial multiple from my answer. So I'm going to need to go again, aren't I? Because I can't say I've got a remainder of 387. That's far too big. We need my remainder to be lower than the number I'm dividing by. So 387. The next largest partial multiple I can subtract. Let's have a look. Well, I can definitely subtract 53. I can definitely subtract 106. I can subtract 265, but I can't subtract 530 again. I don't have enough, do I? So I'm going to subtract 265. 7 take away 5 is going to give me 2. 8 take away 6 is going to give me 2. 3 take away 1 is going to give me 2. Now I've got 122. I've taken away another 5 lots here. So 122. Now I need to go back to my method, subtract my next largest partial multiple from my answer. I can subtract 53. I can subtract 106. So I'm going to subtract my 106. 2 take away 6, I can't do, so I need to exchange. 12 take away 6 is going to give me 6. 1 take away 0 is going to give me 1, and 1 take away 1 is going to give me 0. So there, I've taken away 2 more lots, haven't I? Now I've got an answer here of 16. 16 is smaller than 53, so I know I'm not going to be able to take away any more lots. I can't take away one lot of 53 because 53 is larger than 16. So I know here I've got my remainder. What I then need to do is I need to total up all my partial multiples when I add them together and see what that comes to. So 20 add 10 is 30, 30 add 5 is going to give me 35, 35 add 2 is going to give me 37. So I've got 37 wholes. And my remainder is at the bottom here, at the bottom of my subtractions, isn't it? So my remainder is going to be 16. So my answer to 1,977 divided by 53 is going to be 37, remainder 16.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill, or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.